saw this coming. Antonio Brown files for bankruptcy. Now, I'm not going to hit y'all with chapter 7, chapter 11, chapter 13. Boring. You know, you can go to Wikipedia, you go to Google and figure that out. I don't even know which one he filed for. But we are going to take it to the NFL level, to the personal level, and to the social issues here at play. So let's just see it first, because this headline is misleading. Former Steelers great Antonio Brown is broke. And then they hit you with the semicolon. You know the semicolon's hard to use. Remember that. Now he's filed for bankruptcy. All right, take that away. And of course they find a picture of him looking up, needing help and prayer and God. Okay. I know we've read before, all of us, people filing for bankruptcy, and you kind of scratch your head with some of them. You're like, 50 Cent? Don't he got money still, right? Donald Trump? Look, you go Walt Disney many a times, like, etc. People have filed for bankruptcy and still had money. What I want to do is us talk through what does that mean then. Okay, so in all these cases, they're leveraged. What is the leverage? They have lost leverage between what they have in liquidity, potentially assets, but more importantly, their expenses, their liabilities, right? So everybody is demanding, pay me. And then you look at what you have in assets, but then what do you have in liquidity? Because you cannot always liquidate those assets to pay off those bills. Case in point, you got a house. You got $50,000 in equity. Yay. You got a bill. It's $5,000. Somewhere in some math, you got 10 bills worth of equity, right? But good luck trying to get that 50,000 out to get to that 5,000. One, you don't want to, because if it's at 50,000 now, hold on, it's going to be at 60,000, 70,000, right? That's part one. Part two is, even if I try to liquidate it, they're going to take some costs, fees, etc. to do that, right? So you're going to lose that 50. You're not going to be able to grow it, and you're going to have to pay to liquidate it. And then this is a $5,000 bill. All right, now here's the problem. You got 8 of those bills, right? Or here's the problem. You don't have anything in forecast that is liquid. So now they're demanding their money, and they don't want assets. Nah, they don't want that. They don't, look, your gas company, your car bill, they don't want your house, right? You got a Tesla, they don't want your house. They're just like, dog, just give me $2,100. That's all I need. And then you're sitting there in that bind. A lot of people with money are invested in stocks, bonds, real estate, private equity, all these things, right? But there's something also called the money market. We used to call it money under the mattress, in your pillow, whatever it may be, in the shoebox. But liquid, straight up cash, homie. Straight cash, homie. So in your bank accounts, you have all these different assets in your portfolio, real estate, whether you're invested in it, okay, or it's actually your home, right? Occupied by you. Whew. And then they want what they want. And you got what you got, but you ain't trying to give up that for this, or you can't. Now, that middle space, that liquid, that money market, that cash, that flow. And we know Antonio Brown, whatever you want to say, he was a baller and a beast, and he made his money in the NFL. Could have made more. The way it ended, all weird, the Raiders situation, all that stuff. Like, it could have he could have had more. But then he went into the real world, and you saw him invested in arena football. We saw him invested in a record company. He's still saying he's doing some stuff. He has his website. All of that takes cash flow to run, to build. You can't go over there and say, I got this big house. Can I get a company? No. You got to pay people. You got to pay employees, etc. So a lot of expenditures going out. They want what they want. Now he gets caught. But that ain't even the deepest issue here, right? I could get y'all all these L's, liabilities, leverage, liquidity. No. Let's talk something deeper. Let's talk value versus worth. Now, there is a component to this. There's a part of it that Antonio Brown had to say, yeah, I did. He spent too much, right? That's all right. A lot of people, the more you make, the more you're going to spend. You don't believe me? I know some people, I'm going to see them today, that have $40 million homes. Yep. I got a few friends got homes that are over $40 million. You want to know how much they pay a month in mortgage? Y'all want to do some simple math? All right, let's go. All right, so 20%, let's say 40. So you're supposed to put 20% down right now. These are jumbo loans, but whatever. So if you're putting 20% down on 40 million, what is that? 8 million. How much have you now got out in the loan? 32 million. Okay. $32 million. And they say typically, now interest rates are high right now, but typically it's like $5,000 per million. And you got 32 million in loan. Let's just use 5,000. $160,000 a month. But interest rates are hella high. So let's say it's like 200 to 300,000 a month. That ain't even turned the lights on. That's just got the wood shaped, and you bought some of the wood. You're renting, leasing, or whatever you want to call it. It's really mortgaging. You're mortgaging the wood. Turn the lights on. All right. I need staff. My house is 40 million. You know how big? What y'all doing down there? Oh, huh? You okay, Akeem? Right. That kind of stuff. Man. So the more you make, you be thinking like, oh, man, I'm good. Somebody hit you with that check in the back of your neck. You're going to be like, damn. Yeah, I do need that one too. I need that car too. I need the SS and I need that Regal. And, you know what I mean? So that's how the game goes. We know that. But there's a value and worth conversation. Because you be worth a lot, but you ain't got to spend it all. You ain't got to spend a lot of it. Because it depends on what you value. And it depends on how much you value yourself. I know this from the little money I got to say, oh, because when you first get it, you get hit with two sets of expectations, yours and theirs, right? And so if you grow up broke, a lot of times you want to show everybody, I ain't broke no more. So here you go. And you are showing everybody chains on, rings on, everything name brand, right? Cars. You know, I go to house, the crib, fish tank in the living room, like, you know what I mean? In the wall. We already know. And then, because you're worth a lot, but how much you value yourself. Because then that's going to run into how you value yourself. You're going to start saying, man, all this stuff ain't really making me feel peaceful. I could go in any store and get what I want, and I still have this itch. Like I want something else. I don't want things. I want something else. So then you start going on a quest to find your value. And once you find that, you start to look at other stuff differently. Now, don't get it twisted. You still going to have some stuff that's going to remind people quietly that you got it. Whether it is, the richest person I know is building an airplane right now. Building an airplane. Yeah, I heard myself. Yachts, when they rent them yachts or got his yacht, but when he go out and just get another one, just insane amounts. But he got it. He got a B. He got a bill. So he got it. But then us, laymen's, when we get it, Friday, just got paid, Friday night, you going straight home? Nope. So it's kind of relative in that experience. Antonio Brown called himself in a position where I don't think he really found his value. Like he just seems like he's still trying to find his value. I've heard him say it before of his upbringing, Liberty City and all the problems he had, that he really thought he was the football. Like the only time he got love and praise, he said, was when he was playing football. So football's not there now, so how valuable does he feel? So to dress up the fact that he doesn't feel valuable, what do? You show everybody what you're worth. Even if you ain't got it like that no more, you still flexing, trying to make sure everybody sees what you're peacocking. That situation. But the headline of saying he's broke, I'm sure you could liquidate Antonio Brown, and what you can get from that, wring that towel out, is more than most Americans ever will see in their life. Real talk. Probably got to sell some stuff. Man, you know, they're going to leverage you, right? And you clean your slate when you go bankruptcy. Hey, all you debtors, lose my number, all right? And they have to lose your number. At the same time, this public shame comes, and at the same time, you have to reset your portfolio. You got to reset your assets, etc. All that's the process. But just playing in the game and just being around cats, man, there's so much to learn. And it's hard to learn it because it's one of those things that if you ask, you feel embarrassed to ask. It's weird. And you shouldn't, because it's one of the most valuable things you have. Why? Because it will outlive you. What you have, what you buy, what you leave in legacy to your family. I mean, you're important, duh. But boy, don't waste what you're worth. Don't waste your value. And you can pass that on. Your kids can have that head start. All of us who clown, he born on third base. Wish their kids were born on third base. You actually have the opportunity. It's like you can't be ashamed to ask and embarrassed to ask. And you also can't trick it off. You got a responsibility just because you got put in that position of having that ownership, having that power. So just wanted to touch that. I wasn't going to kill Antonio Brown. I've seen too many success stories from bankruptcy. We all have, right? Obviously, that's not the road you want to travel, and it's the road less traveled to success. But it's still a road and a trampoline you can use if proper. So, Antonio, get it right, brother. We all looking out for you, brother.